Hey guys, it's Ben Lutz with the FUNemployed family. Today I want to talk to you about Instagram. I know a lot of you, just like us, are in Instagram day in and day out, posting, engaging, commenting, liking, all of the stuff. But we've also noticed that over the last year, there are huge fluctuations to how our posts perform. So today I want to shed some light on how to think about your Instagram account going forward. And my biggest piece of advice is not comparing yourself to other accounts that seemingly look perfect from an engagement standpoint, because there's a really good chance that a lot of it is fake, and I'm going to show you. So the other day it dawned on me, Instagram is like an ocean, and the waves are the algorithm. They're constantly moving, constantly changing, and us, all of our accounts, we are riding on top of the waves. Some days we're at the top of the wave, we're riding high, we feel like our posts are doing well, our content's looking good, we're getting good engagement, lots of comments, we're getting some shares and some saves. Other days, we load what we think is a great photo, great caption, engaging content, and it just bombs, and you're wondering what happened. So what I've realized in talking to lots of our friends that are in the same boat as us, same boat, get it? On the waves. Oh my God. So, is that we are all experiencing the same types of things, but at different times. Some of us may be riding high on the wave, some of us may be down in the trough, wondering what's going on. It's a constantly moving algorithm, and it feels like we all experience the same things, but somehow at different times. So when you look at your account and you're really struggling, you have low reach or low engagement, and you really feel like the content is great, but you see other accounts that are doing really well, just remember that they may be at the top of a wave, they may be going through something that we're not going through now, but it generally seems to kind of level out after a while. But then you see these other accounts, and they don't look like they're riding any waves. Their engagement's consistent, their likes are consistent, their content is consistent, their captions may or may not be great, but they're consistent. And we're over here riding these waves, and they're like on a flat, glassy ocean, and you're wondering what is going on. For very few accounts, these are the unicorns. These are accounts that have a fiercely loyal following, people that probably have post notifications turned on. They can't wait until that account's new post comes out. They're liking, they're engaging, they're sharing. Those are the unicorns. There are very few and far between, but those accounts exist, and good for them. They probably put in countless hours of work to gain that engagement rate, to gain that community, and likely their account has been around for multiple years, back when things seemed to be a little bit easier to grow and to build a community. But take a look at those accounts a little bit closer. Many of those accounts that you think are just perfect and the unicorns are actually faking it. It's really, really easy to see and actually pretty comical when I take you through this. So here's how you can very quickly and easily tell if an account is buying their likes. First, if you happen to scroll by an account that has a lot of likes in a very short amount of time, like 185 likes in 3 minutes or 750 likes in 20 minutes, but then you look at that as a ratio to the normal amount of likes that account gets. So maybe they get 750 in 20 minutes, but normally their posts after a few days top out at around 1,500 to 2,000. 750 in 20 minutes seems a little bit odd. Likewise, if you see someone that has 150 likes in 3 minutes, no matter what, that just looks weird. Here's another way to tell. If someone has a ton of likes, but very few comments, like 2,000 likes and 15 comments, that doesn't really add up. That's either a very, very poorly engaged audience, or maybe some of those likes aren't real. And another way is if you look through their feed and every single one of their posts has a very consistent number of likes, 1,100 on this one, 1,150 on that one, 1,080 on that one, 1,120 on that one, 1,130 on that one. If all of their posts happen to be very consistent across the board, while everybody else is riding these waves of the algorithm, that's a good sign that a big chunk of those likes may be bought or fake, or bought after the fact to make sure they have a consistent engagement. These are all red flags. And I want to show you an example of one that I scrolled through the other day, and it was just too funny not to share. You're scrolling through your feed, and you come across it, and you're like, oh yeah, these guys, I like that content, cool. 3 minutes, 215 likes. You go, okay, red flag. Nobody gets that unless you're one of those unicorns. So then you say, okay, well, I'm going to click on those likes. Click on it, you scroll through. Now you're starting to see a bunch of red flags. Lots of accounts that have similar structure and name, with maybe a name and a few numbers after it or something like that. And you start scrolling through and you're just like, I'm gonna tap on that one.
Fake. Fake.
Fake.
Fake, fake. Fake and fake.
Here is an example of an account that we've followed for a long time. They're well respected in our niche of Instagram, family travel adventure. They've been doing it for a while. They have great content. However, take a closer look. This was recorded after a post was live for 3 minutes. And I noticed it had almost 200 likes in 3 minutes. I thought that was a little odd. So I just tapped in, looked at some of the likes, very, very consistent naming conventions for most of the accounts with, a few letters or a name followed by 5 or 6 digits. So as I scrolled through, I decided, well, that's kind of odd, and I clicked on one. It had 0 posts, 0 followers, and 0 following. That's an odd account. Doesn't have any activity, has a profile picture generally, but no activity at all. So then I backed out, scrolled to the next one, same thing. 0 posts, 0 followers, 0 following. I just scrolled through this account's post on the first few minutes of their likes, and a very, very large majority were these fake accounts. They look like they're real accounts, but if you have any sort of inkling, you can easily tell that these look fake. So the question is, why would a well-respected family travel adventure account buy likes? This account probably purchased a batch of likes that come through very quickly after they post. It could be a batch of 300 likes or 500 likes or 1,000, I don't know. But they probably come through with a few likes every few seconds to make it seem like it's actually real people liking their photos. However, you might say, well, there's bots all over Instagram. Instagram's trying to fight the battle of bots and fake likes and fake followers and all of that stuff. Maybe these are just rogue bots that are just liking everybody's stuff. Well, we don't really live in the wild, wild west of Botsville, where bots are going and randomly liking people's stuff here and there. In reality, bots are paid for. Somebody paid to have this activity happen. So, why would someone do this? There's a few reasons. One would be to maintain a consistent level of engagement. So if you're working with brands and they look at engagement rate, they'll say, wow, this account has X% engagement and it's very consistent. They must be good to work with. Brands that really do the research probably look a little bit further and can tell that it's not real. If I can do it just by scrolling through and out of my own curiosity, a big brand with a big budget can also do that. So I'm not really throwing judgment out there as far as how people like to run their account. You can buy likes, you can buy followers, you can buy pretty much whatever you want. I wouldn't recommend it, not for the sake of your own authenticity or the sake of building your brand the right way, or for the sake of trying to fake out your followers. People can see right through it. It's more about the rest of us that are riding this crazy wave to not beat ourselves up when you see other folks that seem to be doing absolutely perfectly amazing consistently. It may not always be what it really seems to be. So don't let that activity frustrate you, although it kind of does. So in my opinion, and in our experience with our account for the last couple of years, we get frustrated with the algorithm. We know things must have been changing and we don't know what, and we try to guess about what it might be or what we could do differently. But what I've learned over the last couple of years is this: stay true to yourself, stay true to your content, stay true to your style, and just ride the waves. Most people are riding the waves. We'll all figure it out. But the last thing that you want to do, and to waste so much time and energy, is to rack your brain and try to figure out why things are happening the way they're happening. The algorithm is always going to change. That's the point. They don't want us to know exactly what's going on. So it's really a wasted effort to think about and try to outsmart it. Sure, you may pick up things here and there, like, I think if I use this hashtag, it worked well, or if I put the hashtags in the comments, it might work better than if I put it in the caption and all that stuff. Sure, try it, but don't rack your brain about it. That's about all I have, guys. If this helped, let me know. This is one of the first videos I've done like this, and if you think it's helpful to just hear from someone that's been in this industry for the last couple of years, day in and day out, I don't have all the answers, but I have a lot of opinions and a lot of thoughts that have come up into my brain, and I want to pass them on to you. So if this helped, or if you appreciated this, let me know. And if you want to follow any of our other family adventures, check out the FUNemployed family on Instagram and YouTube, and have a great day.